Okay, get started here. So, my name is David Mullen, and this is my presentation on the interview that I did for Facility Management, Finance, and Communication. I'm going to talk a little bit, I'm going to go through my interview quickly and then talk about what I think a facility manager does. So I interviewed Monty Weaver. He's a facility manager at Mountain America Credit Union. He's been a facility manager since the early 2000s. Manages over 90 retail facilities, corporate offices, and other facilities. I asked him how he got started in FM, and he began as a janitor because he enjoyed the part-time aspect and the flexibility at BYU. And he enjoyed the curriculum, so he moved forward, got a job with the church, and then moved on to Sedejo, and now he's with Mountain America Credit Union in Utah. I asked him to describe an average day, and he said that there's no average day. Every day is different. Puts out a lot of fires, tracks budgets, manages vendors, manages fleet vehicles, does the computer maintenance management system, a lot of administrative tasks, space planning, and other various tasks in a given day. I asked him what unique challenges he faces at a credit union, and he said the physical distance of the different branches over 5 states, 2 office buildings, and other various facilities associated with the credit union, maintaining the brand and maintaining the level of service across that vast distance. I asked him what the most stressful part of his job was, and he said it depends on the day, of course, because different stuff comes up. Managing the end user expectations, obviously different end users requests carry different levels of weight depending on the severity of the task. The politics of space planning, brand management are some of the most stressful parts of his job. I asked him what the most enjoyable parts of his job was, and he said making a difference in people's lives, problem solving, and the service-oriented nature of facility manager. I asked him what some emerging technologies that he thought would have an impact on the facility management field. He thought that apps were going to be big, along with handheld devices that include camera, text, picture technology to go along with the app concept. The Internet of Things, big data, tracking usage and monitoring different technologies can be a huge thing for preventative maintenance. And then an upcoming technology is also drones that should be interesting. I asked him what something people don't know about your job that you'd like them to know was, and he said the magnitude of responsibilities is huge. There's a lot going on. The demand on time is high, and the human resources are low, and that has to do with the nature of overhead that comes with facility management. It's not an investment that necessarily the higher ups like to make because they don't see the benefit necessarily. So that gets us to what does a facility manager do? And I think I got some great insights from Monty just based on talking with him and chatting. They manage the physical facilities, of course, the buildings, the fleet, the outdoor spaces, just keeping all of that under wraps, locked down, running smoothly, no hiccups. So with that comes the reactive maintenance and the preventative maintenance. So, putting out the fires would be reactive. You can't necessarily track those types of things. There's not something you expect. And then there's the preventative maintenance, which is stuff that you're tracking. You're trying to prevent it before it happens. And of course, that's a huge part of the industry. Managing the facility personnel. So, you're managing your techs, you're managing your engineers. You might have a few supervisors below you, and you're trying to keep up with them and make sure all those cogs are spinning and the wheels are turning and they're well greased. Managing the contractors and vendors. So, obviously one thing that Monty brought up is that you can never have enough people in-house to take care of all of the issues that come up as a facility manager over that amount of facilities and that amount of space. So he spends a lot of time, finding contractors, finding vendors, and then managing them, making sure they're staying on task and under budget, which is a high order. Managing your computer maintenance management system, tracking your assets, of course. Facility tracking is a huge part. That kind of comes with the preventative maintenance and task order, managing your staff and such, making sure they're staying busy. Managing your clients, of course, requests. So for Monty, that's the people that work at the different facilities, those 90 facilities, outlets, with the credit union. So making sure that they have what they need and that that they're all running smoothly and there's no issues with the building or with their physical facilities. So that's a big part. But just keeping up with the clients. Tracking budgets, making sure that projects are staying under budget, understanding the budget that he has, and making sure that Monty is able to do everything he needs to do within the budget that he's allotted. Forecasting future capital projects, so just knowing what's coming ahead and being able to drop a budget for next fiscal year that reflects the improvements that are going to need to be made to the given facilities. Paying the bills, of course, your electric utility bills, all that stuff, is definitely part of what has to happen. Not the most fun part, but a part. Space planning, which was one of the things that Monty said was a headache for him, is just understanding the space that you have, making adjustments as new clients or personnel come online, and being able to manage that physical space, which is quite interesting. It's something you might not necessarily think about when you think of facilities management. So, in conclusion, my interview with Monty, I got a lot of valuable information. His job is vast, and it was really fascinating to talk with him. And I want to thank Monty Weaver for his time and consideration, because I definitely learned a lot. So, thank you very much.